Not to mention free refreshment.
We're finally in Season 2. I figured we wouldn't reach it for at least another year. And now we finally get refreshing deck changes. Which won't be refreshing around halfway through, but we can write it out for the first few episodes. So, what's going on here? Season 2 of a side series in Anime Studio. We play YuGiOh tag duels with 16,000 life points. The deck types, teams, and turn order are randomized like the deck recipes are. This shit literally writes itself. Since I stole the spotlight from 2 episodes in Season 1, being the only character whose model existed before now, I'm the one who barks orders before every duel. If that's an issue for Tom and Ed over there, then they better keep that to themselves unless they want a quick trip to the graveyard. If you get what I'm getting at, Devin. We going to play anytime soon? Devin, his model is based off of Eugene's and his voice is based off of Andy's. Yeah. What does that even mean? Nothing, it's nothing, Tom. Well, it's not nothing, but to you it's nothing. To Devin and I, it's not nothing, because we get what I was going for. Since you aren't us, I told you it was nothing. If you were us, then how long were you planning on going with that? Well, what's the rush, Ed? After this, all pre-duel conversations are going to devolve into me telling everyone the teams in the term order, so why not just enjoy it? Well, whatever. Devin and I against Ed and Tom. I'm first, Ed's second, Devin's third, Tom's fourth. First turn of a new season and I already have more options than I can deal with. I guess I'll just keep things simple with obedience schooled. Since I control no monsters, I get a special summon 3 different beast type monsters from my deck, but their effects are negated and they're destroyed during the end phase. Also, I can only special summon beast type monsters during the turn I activate this card. I special summon Fabled Nozoche, Fabled Cerberus, and Fabled Chawa. Aw, they're adorable. Now I tune Nozoche and Cerberus to summon the Fabled Unicorn. Equal number of cards in our hands, every single card effect you activate is negated and destroyed. This includes cards like Super Polymerization. So it stops us from playing if we have matching cards? No, it means you have to attempt to play wisely. I set a monster in a card. Then I discard Gravekeepers, command it so I can search for and then activate their field spell Necro Valley. The cards in everyone's graveyards can't be banished and can only be removed from there by their own effects. Also, it gives all Gravekeepers 500 stats. That throws a huge wrench in my strategies, but I think I can play around it. Alright, I summoned the Agent of Creation, Venus. I can pay 500 life points to summon a mystical shine ball from my deck. I'll activate the effect twice. Where's your third one, Devin? You drew into it, didn't you? Yeah. Oh, that's too bad, Devin. Now we won't see Dark Mist. Well, I overlay the mystical shine balls too. Come on, why didn't you say I overlay my 2 balls? Because Devin isn't a childish pervert. I overlay them to summon Sky Cavalry Centauria. He can't be destroyed in battle while he has Ix's materials. And after the damage step when he battles a monster, I can remove an Ix's material to bounce that monster. Then I activate the Sanctuary in the Sky. Look at that, the first real field spell combo background. Listen to that, the first real obvious background music change. A player takes no battle damage in battles involving their fairy-type monsters. It also gives some agent monsters additional effects. Then I set 2 cards and end my turn. I set a monster and end my turn. Great first play, Tom. I know, right? First I'm going to... I chain off your draw phase with compulsory evacuation device and bounce your unicorn. I activate divine punishment. Since I control the sanctuary in the sky, this negates the activation of a spell, trap, or monster effect and destroys it. Alright, Devin. Then I activate MST and destroy Necro Valley. Kicking Morpheus down to Devin, I am so impressed. Now then, I discard a Fabled monster, like Fabled Cerberus, to special summon Fabled Chawa from my hand. I use the whole like a card example after describing effect activation cost, a trick that everyone does in this series. I do not know, because it's a quick way to exposit things. It's better than me saying, I can discard a Fabled monster to special summon Fabled Chawa from my hand. I discard Fabled Cerberus, which is just redundant and clunky. Like most of the stuff you say, you'd better watch what you say. Now when Fabled Cerberus is discarded, it gets special summoned. Unicorn, attack Ed's face down. When Gravekeepers Nobleman is attacked and destroyed in battle, I get to special summon 1 other Gravekeepers monsters from my deck face down. Which would be thrilling for you if we both didn't have 4 cards in our hands, right? Cerberus, attack him directly. Chawa, attack him directly. I'll then summon Fabled Urustos. All Fabled monsters gain 400 attack if I have 2 or less cards in my hand. That doesn't matter. I tune her and Cerberus to summon High Speed Roid Kendama. It does pierce damage, and once per turn, if I control no cards, I can special summon it from my graveyard, but I can't normal summon or set during that turn. Also, I can banish a machine from my grave to deal you 500 damage once per turn. That doesn't matter either. And by that I mean Kendama in general, not just its burn effect that is useless to me, because I tune it and Chawa together to summon Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Monster effect that targets only a single level 5 or higher monster on the field, or when a level 5 or higher monster activates its effect, I can negate the monster effect, destroy it, and then Clear Wing Synchro Dragon gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end phase. I can use each of his effects once per turn during any player's turn. I activate Gravekeeper's Stealth. This lets me add 2 Gravekeepers from my graveyard to my hand, ignoring the effects of Necro Valley. I grab Commanded and Nobleman. Let's try this once again. I discard Commanded to add and activate Necro Valley. Yay, the mixed background is back! Now to get rid of that unicorn, I summon Gravekeeper's Assailant. If Necro Valley is on the field when he attacks, I get to change the position of a face-up monster on my opponent's field. Assailant, attack and use your effect on Unicorn. If your Unicorn just barely misses the mark for Clear Wing to protect it, I set a card and end my turn. I summon Dimensional Alchemist. Necro Valley might stop cards from the graveyard from being banished, but not from the deck. Once per turn, I can banish the top card of my deck to give him 500 attack until the end phase. When he's destroyed, I can add 1 of my banished monsters to my hand. I'll activate his effect. It's a divine punishment. Darn. Well anyway, I attack Gravekeeper's Assailant with Sky Cavalry Centaria. And thanks to his effect, while he has Ixie's material, Devin doesn't suffer an initial kill. Attack Ed directly. Dimensional Alchemist, attack Tom's face down. That's Necrogardna. I can banish him from my graveyard to negate an attack. But with Necro Valley out, that isn't an option. You're being hurt by your own ally. Unfortunately, that effect is really hurting me too. I activate Dark Hole, which destroys all monsters on the field. Did it seriously take until Season 2 for that card to finally appear? Now I summon Lila, Lightsworn Sorceress. Lightsworn monsters have powerful effects, but require milling to activate or maintain them. I can change Lila to defense mode to destroy a spell or trap on the field, but her position can't be changed for one turn. During each of my end phases, I have to mill 3 cards. Lila, attack Serena directly. Now I use her effect to destroy the sanctuary in the sky. Now I mill 3. And since one of the cards I milled was Minerva, I mill 1 more card. I special summon High Speed Roid Kendama from my graveyard. Attack Lila. I set a monster and end my turn. I summon the Agent of Miracles, Jupiter. Once per turn, I can banish an agent from my graveyard to give one of my life fairies 800 attack until the end phase. Once per turn, if the sanctuary in the sky is up on the field, I can discard a fairy to special summon one of my banished light fairies. Jupiter, attack Tom directly. I set a monster and end my turn. On the defensive already, I activate Dark World Dealings. We each draw a card and then discard a card. Alright, let's widen our life point gap even further. I summon Fabled Raven. I tune Raven with Kendama to summon Thought Ruler Archfiend. He destroys a monster in battle, we gain life points equal to that monster's original attack. If exactly 1 psychic monster is targeted by a spell or trap card, I can pay 1000 life points to negate and destroy it. Attack Ed's face down. At least you get to use the effect of Gravekeepers Hikaru, right? And I'll do just that to special summon Gravekeepers Spy. Now for my actual turn, I flip summon Spy. Spy lets me special summon a Gravekeepers monster with 1500 attack or less from my deck. I special summon Gravekeepers Recruiter. When he's sent to the graveyard, I get to search for a Gravekeepers monster with 1500 or less defense. Then I summon Gravekeepers Descendant. Yay, Merrick! I contribute another Gravekeepers monster to destroy a card on the field. Descendant, attack Jupiter. Recruiter, attack Devin directly. Spy, get your shot in. Now I tribute Recruiter with Descendant's effect to destroy Thought Ruler Archfiend. Then with Recruiter's effect, I add Nobleman to my hand. Let me get this straight here. You just use the searcher to search a searcher to search a searcher to search a searcher. And now I overlay Spy and Descendant to summon Performage Trapeze Magician. Any damage we would take that is less than or equal to his attack is reduced to 0. Once per turn, during the turn player's main phase 1, I can detach an Xyz material from him to allow, for the rest of the turn, one other attack position monster on the field to attack twice but is destroyed at the end of the battle phase. I set a card and end my turn. I activate Dark Hole. I'm sorry, Serena. That's all I can do. That field spell is really hurting the agents. No worries, Devin. You and me both, Devin. Sucks for you because I have at least 4 different Lightsworn monsters in my graveyard, which means I can special summon Judgment Dragon! I can pay 1000 life points to destroy all other cards on the field. Is that once per turn? Nope. Is it prevented from attacking on the turn you use that effect? Nope. Can you only control one of those dragons? Nope. That's very powerful. That's one way to put it. JD, attack Serena directly. For each of my end phases, I mill 4 cards. Since one of those milled cards was Felis Lightsworn Archer, I get a special summon him in defense mode. He can only be summoned by a card effect. I can tribute him to destroy an opponent's monster and then mill 3 cards. I also know what you mean as Necro Valley Devon. I special summon Kendama once again. Attack Felis. I set a monster and end my turn. Yeah, all he needs to do is set garbage because his field spell is doing all the work for him. Locking out 3 of the 4 decks doesn't lead to an exciting Season 2 premiere, you know. I pass. JD, attack Kendama. I set and end my turn. I activate another Dark World Dealings. Then Kendama comes back again. Now by discarding a Fabled monster, I can special summon Fabled Nozoche from my hand. Sorry, Cross, but that field spell makes you useless anyway. Since I control a Fabled monster, I can discard Fabled Grimrow to search for a Fabled monster. I add Fabled Chawa, and then special summon him by discarding another Nozoche. Now I tune the 3 monsters together to summon Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. How appropriate. When she is synchro summoned, I can banish 1 card from my opponent's field, hand, and graveyard. First goes JD. Then comes something from Ed's hand. Necro Valley stops me from using her last effect, but not her attack. Attack directly. I flip summon Gravekeepers Nobleman. Then I summon Gravekeepers Descendant. I tribute Nobleman to destroy Trishula with Descendant. Attack her directly. I activate the Sanctuary in the Sky. Don't even bother with the background animation because I destroy it with MST. I'm gonna put him to use, effect or no effect. I banish Jupiter from my hand to summon Master Hyperion! So Hyperion gets to be Arceus, huh? I can special summon him by banishing an agent from my hand, field, or graveyard. Once per turn, or twice per turn if I control the Sanctuary in the Sky. I can banish a light fairy from my graveyard to destroy a card on the field. Now I see your problem with Necro Valley. Master Hyperion, attack Descendant! I set a card and end my turn. I summon Aaron, Lightsworn Monk. Shouldn't it be Mikasa, Lightsworn Monk, since it is a girl? If she attacks a defense position monster, that monster gets shuffled into the deck before damage calculations, but after the monsters flip face up. During each of my end phases, I mill 3 cards. Then I activate Solar Recharge. I discard a Lightsworn monster to draw 2 cards and then mill 2 cards. Sorry Lumina, but Necro Valley makes you useless. Then I activate Foolish Burial, which lets me special summon Wolf Lightsworn Beast. Okay, lets me send a monster from my deck to my graveyard, and when Wolf is sent from the deck to the graveyard, he gets special summoned. Aaron, attack Master Hyperion. Huh? He's gonna activate on us. Yes, I am. When one of my light monsters battles a monster, I can discard him to increase their attack by the attack of the monster they're battling until the end of the turn. Then I overlay Wolf and Aaron to summon Minerva the Exalted Lightsworn. Hope you're ready to sell out $800 for that, cause Konami hates us. Anyway, once per turn, I can remove an Ixis material from her to mill 3 cards and draw 1 for each milled Lightsworn. When she's destroyed, I can mill 3 cards and destroy a card on the field up to the number of milled Lightsworns. I remove Aaron for her effect. Well, I get 1 draw at least. I set 2 cards and end my turn. Thank Kishimoto for Kendama. Attack Tom's face down. Set a card and end my turn. I activate Gravekeeper's Stell and grab Assailant and Commandant. Then I summon Commandant. Attack Devon directly. I activate Compulse and bounce your Lucario. I activate Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley. Since I control Necro Valley and a Gravekeeper, this negates a spell, trap, or effect monster's effect and destroys it. I can only activate one per turn though. Since when does an archetype-specific counter trap have an activation limit, let alone one with such a specific condition? I set a card and end my turn. So do I. Oh, we are dead, Devon. Minerva, attack Devon for the win. I bounce Minerva with Compulse. Deja Vu. I negate it with Imperial Tombs of Necro Valley. Same thing or whatever, I guess. Necro Valley really screwed us. Oh sure, blame the field spell. I don't know what you're complaining about anyway. You got out a bunch of synchro monsters, including Trishula. Yeah, well, if it wasn't for Kendama, we would have been killed a lot quicker. If anyone got screwed, it's Devon. Yeah, Master Hyperion was reduced to a dumb beatstick. I mean, so was JD, but that's because I didn't need to destroy the field. Keep it up with what you're saying about Devon, and you'll be the one destroyed. But he's right, Serena. A lot of agent cards rely on banishment, and Necro Valley is just the perfect counter to us. Losing my sanctuaries just made things worse. You'll get another shot in episode 6, or 7, or 8, or 9, or 10. Provided they don't get paired up with Gravekeepers again. Stay salty, Serena.